Hello and welcome to another episode of Launch Legends. Today we're joined by Aurelien of Systemeio. Systemeio, since launching 2.5 years ago, has grown to more than $2 million in annual recurring revenue and 5,000 customers. They're getting 500 to 600 daily free signups, and they're projected to grow to $5 million within 12 months. Aurelien talks about how they got 400 customers as soon as they launched by building an audience side by side their product development. He talks about how focusing on building a very solid but simple to use product led to tremendous amount of great word of mouth. So much so that 70% of the sales come through affiliates who are mostly their customers. Before we continue, if you're listening to this on a podcast, please rate and leave a review. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, rate and leave a review. Hey, Aurelien, thank you for being on the show. I know your product does $2 million in annual recurring revenue and it's growing rapidly within 3 years. You've got 5,000 plus customers. You're driving 600 leads per day. So growing very fast. But I'd like to know who you are and how you actually got into online marketing and creating a product.
Hi, Ahmad. Thank you for having me on the show. So yeah, I'm a French marketer. I've been doing online marketing since 2010. So I started making money out of a blog about personal development. That was actually 10 years ago. It's funny, like 10 years ago, I just realized I probably was like in a youth hostel in Poland, traveling and writing blog posts and making money out of, sponsor links, affiliate products. And because I was making money out of my blog, I wanted to go to the next step, which is launching a course. So I ran a survey on my email list. I had about 1,200 people on my email list. And I found out that people wanted to build a profitable blog because I was talking about the fact that I was like traveling and, how much money I was making out of my blog, which wasn't much at that time. It was like 500 to 1,000 euros per month. So I launched a marketing course in the French market. That was October 2010. So pretty much 10 years ago. And we did 10,000 euros. Then I went to travel in Colombia.
So Aurelien, how big was your list at that point when you made 10,000 euros?
So it was about 1,200 people. But the thing is that I hired marketing consultants because I learned that this guy had helped a French blogger to launch his course like 1 year before, and they had made 100,000 euros during this launch. And at that time, that was like mind-blowing money for us. It was like, wow, I can't believe it. Mm-hmm. So what happened is that I hired this guy, and he didn't come cheap. It was like half of my savings at that time. It was like 25,000 euros. And the goal was to do a big launch. So because he was the marketing consultant for the other guy who had a much bigger list, the other guy promoted my launch. Mm-hmm. So I paid affiliate commissions to him. Mm-hmm. So that's how I was able to make these initial 20 sales at 500 euros for this marketing course. Mm-hmm. But the plan was to make a big launch. So we worked on it for pretty much a year. Mm-hmm. And we got ready and we made 550,000 euros in 2 weeks. So that was October 2011.
Okay.
And it sounds great, but I never liked the launch model because, you make a big launch. It's a ton of work and stress. And then each month your revenue goes down and you have to make a new launch. Mm-hmm. So I felt that I didn't really have a business. I felt that I was like once or twice a year, I was doing a heist. I was going to a bank and getting the money and run, and I didn't like it. I didn't feel like safe. So I started trying different things. Like I started.
Aurelien, sorry. Let's go back a little bit. When you said that you took a whole year to prepare for the launch, when you did 550,000. What did you exactly do, and how big was your list, and what were you doing in the whole year preparing for it?
It's always funny because every time I do an interview, people are like, hey, wait. I want to talk about the 500,000 launch, and then I'm like, okay, but I would like to talk what's going to happen after, because it's more interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I understand, the curiosity. So it's very, no worries, So at that time, we were using Jeff Walker's product launch formula. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is that we had many affiliates who promoted our launch. So we had some free videos, and actually, true story, we actually went to Rio in Brazil for 3 days to shoot the videos on the beach. Like, we left on Friday night and came back on Tuesday morning. So I was absolutely insane. Just me, the marketing guy, and a video guy. Mm-hmm. And we shot the videos on the beach, and then we made some editing and stuff. It was so much work. It was like insane. And we had like so many affiliates promoting us. So we had a launch list of 13,000 people. So 13. And we did like a 4% conversion rate. So we had 550 sales at 1,000 euros because I had raised the price of my course. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't get to keep all that money. Like, I had like a refund, attrition, VAT, affiliates, the marketing guy, the video guy. So in the end, I was left with like 120,000 euros, which is great. Mm-hmm. But again, I didn't like this model. I never really embraced that model, and I know it works great for many people. But so I started doing my own things, my own testing, and launching like smaller products. So I launched a subscription offer where you get access to all my courses, and it's only 19 euros per month. Right. I think that was back in 2016. So roughly 4 years before everyone launches like the Netflix of online courses in the French market. And I think that to this day, no one has such an affordable offer. Mm-hmm. And so after that launch, I had like 355 customers for this offer. So I was like 8,000 recurring revenue. But overall, mm-hmm. I was doing about 30,000 euros per month in sales. Mm-hmm. And I was feeling like a failure because some people in the French market were doing launches for 1 million, 2 millions. And I was like, oh, you're such a loser. You're doing only 30,000 per month. Mm-hmm. And for years, I had been interested in software, learning to podcast about people launching SaaS apps. And I decided that I would launch a software in 2015. At the end of 2015, I hired a company to do the work in Morocco. Mm-hmm. It went horrible. Like, I lost 30,000 euros in 1 year of work. Mm-hmm. And it's only in January of 2017 that I found the right team, like some great developers. We started building the product, moving my business over. And we launched Systemeio so I was like in March of 2018.
So let's talk about System.io. Why did you even build that particular product? And what is it? Let's talk about that.
So honestly, that's the product I was dreaming about because so there were like other options like ClickFunnels, and I tried ClickFunnels as soon as it launched. So I was 2014. Mm-hmm. But at that time, there were some things that you couldn't translate to French, like on the payment page. So I was like, that's never going to work, and they're never going to fix it. So they actually did, but still. And I wasn't happy with the existing tools. And the funny thing is that I was like, okay, so we're going to build like a tool to create pages, because when you're doing online marketing, obviously you need like Swiss pages, sales pages, payment pages. I was like, okay. And then, you know what? It would be great if you could like manage your email list as well. And you know what? It would be great if you could also sell your courses as well, because back then I had like a WordPress website with like a WordPress plugin, and it was so much work. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because we really went against the common sense, where, if you listen to the experts, they're going to tell you, hey, you know what, you want to build your business, you should get the best tool to build your landing pages, the best tool to manage your email list, the best tool to host your online course. Mm-hmm. And it's great, but that's a theory. And you know what? entrepreneurship, it's all about like pragmatism. Like you have the reality, right? You can do everything perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're starting out, you have very limited resources. And I know it because I've been working with people for 10 years, helping them build online businesses. So when you're starting, you have very little time, very little money. So yeah, you don't have a team that's going to set up like X different tools.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much work, so much more work. So it's funny because we built this product and I was like, oh, but everyone is recommending, to get the best tool for this, get best tool for that. So, is it going to work? And you know what? Yeah, it works like crazy because the feedback we get all the time is it's so much easier to use.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much cheaper because actually the other options start at like $97 a month and we start at just $27 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So what's really important is to have a great offer. So I think that we have a great product. It's very easy to use. It does many things. That's what we use to power our entire business and do over 250,000 euros in sales per month right now. And we sell 4 million emails per month with just my account. So it's very powerful. It's very easy to use. It's very affordable. So for the beginners, it's a no-brainer. So if you want to succeed, you have to have a great product. But I'm a marketer, so you know that the most important is to have a great offer.
So when go on.
Yeah.
So when you were Aurelien, you finish, please. Yeah.
No, I mean after the initial launch of Systemeio on my list, we had 400 customers, so it's great. But like,
how did you launch? How did you launch? You almost explained very easily, so I'd like to know how.
Yes. So I've been doing so many. When I say a launch, it's that we promote an offer to my list for, X days. Okay. It can be 3 days, can be 2 weeks. And it's funny because I was in Jeff Walker's mastermind group and I moved away from this to find my own way of launching things. And the easiest way I know, it's to have like a very irresistible offer. And when you have this, you don't even need like a sales page, a sales video, like you look at the launches for like the launches PLF style, it's always for courses for $2,000, right? And because you sell like expensive stuff, you need like a 1 hour long sales video. You need like 3 videos of pre-launch content. And I'm like, oh, this is so much work. And I really like to keep the thing simple. So I'm like, okay, let's make the most irresistible offer that we can. And then we don't even have to have like a sales page. We just send people straight to the payment page and we send in the email. So what happens is that, so when I launch something on my email list, and we launch like every week, actually, we promote an offer to my list. So the first email is going to be like the opportunity. So you have something new. It's an opportunity. Go check it out. So it doesn't have to be very, very long. And then you're going to try to add value. So you're going to send more emails to add more information, answer objections, show case studies, testimonials, whatever. And then you have the close where you say, okay, the offer is going to close tonight. And you send 1 email in the morning, 1 email at around 8 p.m. And it's very important. The second email is so important. Like usually you can make up to 40% of the total sales in the last day, and most of them in the last like 5 hours. So it's very important to send that second email. So yeah, I did a launch on my list. I had a list of about, I don't know, maybe 30,000 people that I had built over the years. So I had like 400 people subscribing. But then, after the initial launch, you need to keep growing, right?
What was the offer, Aurelien, when you sold to those 400 people? Was that like a one-time offer, or was that to subscribe for monthly recurring revenue, like a monthly package?
No. It was. We never did like a lifetime offer. Like I don't think it's I don't like it. I don't think it's appropriate for a business owner. And I think that if customers value something, and get value out of it, they can pay a bit of money each month, even if it's not much.
And
so what happened?
Yes.
So we had a special bonus if people took action,
mm-hmm.
and we launched it to our list, and yeah, we got 400 customers.
Wow. So how did you get to $250,000 in revenue since then? And it hasn't been that long. I think it's been less than 2 years.
No, but what happened is that 2.5 years. But what happened is that actually my business grew by 50% in 3 months because of COVID. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. Like we got lucky because we profited from it because people were stuck at home. Mm-hmm. On the internet, so it was more like customers and more users as well, because some people couldn't do like live classes anymore, so they were looking for ways to sell their expertise online. Mm-hmm. So we got lucky, but what happened is that, and it's funny, I'm going to tell you one thing that's absolutely insane. It's that we went from 0 to number 1 in the French market, and most of the influencers in the French market don't promote us. Most of the marketers don't promote us. They don't talk about Systemeio because they see me as a competitor. Mm-hmm. Because I used to sell online courses, and I still do. And we sell coaching programs, so they see us as a competitor. So we have this situation that's absolutely insane where the French marketers don't talk about Systemeio. They don't promote it, even though we have a great affiliate program. We pay 40% lifetime commissions. Mm-hmm. And still, we went from 0 to number 1. We have like close to 5,000 customers in the French market, and we have a Facebook group with 12,000 people. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. So I think it tells you a lot about the offer. I think the offer is great. The product is great. And I grew this Facebook group where I'm involved personally. So I announced the new features. I answer to the people. So I do it less today because we have, such a bigger audience. Mm-hmm. But the initial launch wasn't enough to have like a sustained growth, right? So that was like the initial push. Mm-hmm. But then what happened is that, I don't know, it's like we kept making the product better. We kept like getting more and more testimonials. Like we got so amazing testimonials, like you couldn't believe it. It's amazing. Like we have dozens and dozens of people saying, "Oh, it's great. It's so much better than the other tools." And that's what we have now today in the English market too, where we're growing. We get feedback from users.
When it comes to testimonials, that's one way of really rapidly growing your product. If the word of mouth gets out, that's the most powerful thing you can get. How did you have a system to gather testimonials, or they just came organically?
So we have no system at all. We never ask anyone to give us a testimonial. It's just like, someone saying in an email or on Facebook saying, "Oh, your stuff, your tool is so much better than the other tools I tried." Like the other day, we had a woman from Scotland. She was like, "I've been struggling with Contra for 2 months, and then I found Systemeio. It's so simple and brilliant." Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just saying the way it is. That's her own words, and we have like.
No, you're right. You're right. I can attest to that because I've played around with it myself, and I found it very beginner friendly, where you can actually it's very easy to use. You know exactly what to do. And somehow you set up everything. So it's very easy to use.
Hamad, I'm going to tell you something. It's funny because all these experts, all these marketers, all these influencers. So why we're so successful, the core reason is because we do care. We care about those people. We care about this guy doing, minimum wage and trying to launch an online business. And these marketers, they just don't care. That's the truth. We're trying to reach out to affiliates in the English market. We tell them, look, we built this tool. It's freaking amazing. It's great for beginners. It's so affordable. And they're like, they don't care. It's crazy. So why do we succeed? Because we do care. And that's the problem, people, these experts, they're like, oh, you want to build your online business, just get a freelance to set up blah, 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 and get this tool and this tool. Are you freaking kidding me or what? Like, if the person is doing like minimum wage, like in France, it's 1,200 euros per month. You're going to ask her to spend like what, 100, 200, 300, a quarter of his salary to build his business? It's freaking bonkers, and that's why we're so successful, because we do care. So we make this tool that's beginner friendly. We're always trying to, think how we could make it simple and keep it simple. That's so important, because you want to add features, and each feature that you add adds more complexity. So it's always like a bargain, finding the right balance. And yeah, it's very affordable. So I think that's, at the end of the day, why we're so successful is because we get our avatar better than the competition. And yeah, it's frustrating, because I feel that these, rich marketers in their ivory towers, sometimes they lost touch with reality and they don't really care anymore.
Right. So when you say you really care about the customer, I can see that in the product. Do you have a system where you do X amount of customer interviews per month, or it's just very freestyle where we just speak to them on daily basis on Facebook group or just by email?
No. Wait, I couldn't do interviews it's true that I'm involved personally, like definitely less now that we have like a ton of people and stuff. But like I have people. So like a guy from Brazil, he was like, "Hey, I'm using Aweber. Can you integrate with Aweber?" And I told him, "Look, I don't think it's useless, but the truth is, like it would add value to maybe 1% of our customers, because we have a built-in autoresponder. So I'm not saying we will never do it. I'm just saying that it's not a priority for us." And he couldn't understand it. It was like, "Oh, but dude, you're the first SaaS founder that doesn't understand the power of integration." I was like, "I'm not saying it's useless. I'm just saying that it's not our priority." So it's always, and some tiny details, because people like they found this marketing trick where, you can get 3% more conversions, and they're like, "Oh, can I add like a moving button or whatever?" I'm like, look, if you're not doing at least 1,000 or 2,000 euros per month, then don't bother about tricks to do plus 3%. You need to do plus 100%. And how do you do plus 100%? By creating a great offer, by adding more offers, by bringing in more leads. So that's how you really get results.
Right. So let's go back a little bit again. So you went from 400 customers to above 5,000.
5,000.
Great, great product is the core of it. 100% agree with that. What else did you do to get to that point? Did you do any content marketing?
No, so it's the marketing channel that we were very successful with. That's affiliates. So with Systemeio, every person on your list is an affiliate. So it's great because as soon as someone opted in on your list, you can send him his affiliate link so he can promote you. Okay. So again, we use Systemeio, so we have access to the exact same features as the other users. So that's what we do. And so 70% of our sales come from our affiliates. And it takes time to build a profitable, successful affiliate program. I think it's great, but it takes time. So we did it in the French market, and we're doing it in the English market too.
So those 70% sales through affiliates, those affiliates, are they your users or they're your professional affiliates as well?
Yeah. So what's interesting is that usually when you have an affiliate program, you have like most of the sales referred by a few affiliates, big affiliates. But with our affiliate program, it's very long tail. So we have a ton of small affiliates making, a few dozens, a few hundreds euros per month. And then we have a few big, but we have a couple of big affiliates, but that's it. And they're not like professional marketers. Like one guy is a professional ad buyer. So actually he became our number one affiliate. The other one, he's an affiliate guy, like that's what he does, like promotes affiliates as a living. Okay. So, but yeah, we have a ton of small people making money out of our affiliate program. We pay out over 60,000 euros per month at the time. And yeah.
So let's talk about your affiliate program. Your customer signs up, you send them, well, they opt in, you send them like an affiliate link to promote. Do you have any other follow-up after that where you kind of just keep pushing the affiliate program to them, or you just do it one time and that's it, that's enough?
No. So what happens, I mean, it's so much stuff. So what happens is that when someone sign up to for the free trial to try Systemeio for free for 14 days, we're going to try to, we have an email sequence to get the paid subscription to Systemeio. No, I mean, it's tricky. We have different ways. So sometimes what we do is that we promote a product like for €7, like a course, and we tell our affiliates, look, you're getting 100% affiliate commission on those €7, and then you get like the regular 40% on the upsells. And we mail our entire list because everyone on our email list is an affiliate, remember?
Yeah.
With Systemeio, and we tell them, hey, you can promote it. But other than that, I mean, in Systemeio, there is an affiliate dashboard where we have a marketplace as well. So we have some features about affiliation that are very like built within the product.
Great. So,
but it's mostly people making money, like affiliates, and some affiliates they made. I mean, it's a lot of different things. It's users, happy users promoting it as affiliates. Definitely, I think it's a big chunk. Then we have some affiliates who actually created some courses about how to make money with affiliation. But not so many. I mean, it's a few. So it's a lot of things. It takes time to build a successful affiliate program, but it tends to build upon itself and keep growing. But I've just hired a guy to actually dedicate more time and more energy to grow it, because I felt that we were not doing enough in the French market and we could do more.
So going multilingual, I know, contributed towards the success as well, pro success. Let's talk about that. What was your strategy behind that? I know you have Spanish and you have a couple of other languages. Let's talk about how that came about and how that's doing right now.
Yeah, no, we discussed it before. So what happens is that, so in my mind, the idea was always to build a product and launch it in the English market, which is the biggest market. And it's funny because you told me, what about going multilingual? And I'm working with a business coach, and on the first day, he was like, why don't you go multilingual? And I'm like, okay, we're doing it. We're going to do it. But I think that we have a shot, in the English market. We can do something. So actually right now in the English market, so right now we focus mostly on the English market. Like I've just hired 2 people I'm training to do like outreach. One person is doing outreach with affiliates and potential customers, and the other person is doing content. And my intention is to keep, staffing up, adding more resources to it. So today we're growing like maybe 5% month in the English market, which is good. It's a good growth rate, even though we're very small. But yeah, we've added an Italian version a couple of months ago because we started getting many customers from Italy, even though we had never made any promotion. I think it's like 2 Italian marketers who found about our software in the English market and who started promoting us. And we launched also a Portuguese version because Brazil is a big market, So we're working on that as well.
So how much is System.io growing in those markets, for example, in Italy, month on month compared to English?
I'm going to tell you, it's so small that I don't have the numbers. It's very recent, So actually, in the Italian market, I mean, it's at the stage where we have some public pages in Italian. I'm not even sure if it's like really correct, so I need to find someone. Like I don't have anyone who's a native Italian speaker on my team. So I know that as soon as I can, I will try to find someone in Italy to actually handle customer requests in Italian, to edit our content in Italian, So it's very small. I don't know. We have like, 50 or 60 customers, and we're getting like maybe, 5 to 8% more. So it's like, a handful of customers uh, plus per month. So yeah.
Great. So I know you're really focused on the English market right now. What else is there for System.io in the next couple of years? What else have you got planned?
No, I think, growing in the English market is definitely our priority. Everyone is telling me to go, after other markets. So it's definitely harder than in the French market because there are more competitions, more offers, more well-established companies. I think that, I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve. I think that we have a great product. I think that, we have to give it a chance. But the plan is to grow in other markets as well. But I mean, we discussed it before. Like, I'm an investor. I'm 40. I have like I have about 1 million, in cash and real estate. So I'm quite free, and it's good to be free. Mm-hmm. I love what I do. So I think that the faster you spend your money, the lower the return on investment. So you have other things to take into consideration, but we've been growing like by 100% year over year. Mm-hmm. I mean, total revenue in my company, like software plus courses plus coaching programs, mm-hmm. which is a great growth rate, mm-hmm. while being profitable. Mm-hmm. So I think that, it takes time, but we're getting there. I mean, I would like to get to, so this year we're going to do 3 million in revenue. Next year, I hope to grow by 60%, do 5 millions. Maybe we could actually double and do 6. And I would like to get to 10 millions in 2 to 3 years, and keep growing from there. That's it.
Right. So really, let's go back. So tremendous growth. But imagine there's someone who's listening to this, watching this, and is thinking, okay, I'm building this product. I would love to have 400 customers straight away. What advice would you give them?
Yeah, I mean, it's because I had an audience. That's the same advice that we. Every business owner, every wise business owner says over and over again, like build an audience for you. You told me you're going to launch a product. You have an audience of 3,000 beta testers. You're getting 30 to 40 new beta testers per day. And I was like, hey, that's what we're getting in the English market right now. So I think that you're doing great, and it's smart, and you should have an audience like usually an email list. So people you can reach out to and send offers to and make money out of it. Like, I'm an email marketing guy. I'm living off the email marketing. I've been doing it for 10 years. So every day, I mean, not every day, but like most of the days when I show up in the morning at work, I just look at how many leads we got the previous day. So you said today it's between 500 and 600. And, that's the first 2 indicators I'd look at in my business is how many new leads we're getting per day or per month, mm-hmm. and what revenue we're generating. And it's funny because you told me, how much traffic do you have? And I was like, actually, we're working on it because it was messy. We had some technical issues and stuff. Like, we were actually not tracking traffic on like the homepage, would sound insane, but it's how it is. But it's not the first metric I look at. I did some split test on the homepage like a couple of years ago and we're gonna have to do it again. But I'm really like, how many new opt-ins we get per day and how much revenue we generate.
Great. Aurelien, thank you very much, and thank you for sharing your story and your plans. Really appreciate it, and hope to speak to you again.
Thank you, Hamad. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Bye.